I love my girlfriend. Her name is Nicole. She means the world to me. I want to be with her forever. We've been together for 5 years, but it's felt like it was only yesterday. I love everything about us. I love the thrills and the adventures that I've shared with her. I love that my friends, Mike and Chris, get along with her. Nicole and I actually live next door to them, so it's great to hang out with them every day. They're living together to save money. Everything is going great. People can't help but stare as my angel shows off. I think to myself, yeah, that's right. I got me a keeper. I wanted to propose to her, but I didn't really know how to do it. Everyone has these grand proposals, but I didn't want all of the attention. It's not who I am. I'm not really the romantic type, so I'm very nervous. My friends told me to go for it, so I decided to ask her tonight. I came back to our apartment and she greeted me with a kiss as I walked through the door. She smelled a little bit, but I remembered that she went to the gym earlier. It took a lot of courage, but I asked her the big question. Babe, I was doing a lot of thinking and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Nicole, will you marry me? She was silent. This wasn't like her. Nicole, I'm asking you if you want to marry me. Still nothing. She just gave me the blankest stare. It was almost as like she had seen a ghost. At this point, I started yelling at Nicole. It was so rude of her to not even answer me. We were kissing not even 2 seconds ago and now she wouldn't even look at me. I left in tears. I decided to knock on Mike and Chris's door. The door opened almost immediately, as if they knew I had this fight. I didn't think much of it because I was so upset. I ran in and just sat on their couch. The place smelled more than usual, but they're the messiest guys I know. They probably had some old pizza lying around somewhere. Anyway, I tell them exactly what had happened between me and Nicole. I told them that Nicole was being super insensitive to the question and I had serious doubts about our relationship. I wanted Mike and Chris to take my side. Silence. That damn silence again. Those blank stares again. It was like they were taking her side in this whole thing. Are you guys seriously taking her side? I thought you had my back. I yelled. Nothing again. It was like living in the movie Groundhog Day. Reliving that silence again was awful. My friends and my girlfriend who I talk to every day just stopped talking. 30 minutes of yelling later and I hear a knock. The voice was that of an old woman. Is everything alright in there? Crap. It was Mrs. Thorne. She must have heard the whole thing from upstairs. I felt so embarrassed. I was a complete wreck and the place smelled awful. I didn't want Mrs. Thorne to worry, so I answered the door. Yes, Mrs. Thorne. Everything is fine. Sorry for the noise. I said. I heard everything from upstairs, sweetie. You need to do what is right. She said. You're right. I will do what is right. Thank you, Mrs. Thorne. I said with a smile. No response from her. She just left. She was fast for an old lady. I needed to calm down, so I stayed at Mike and Chris's apartment for a while and watched TV. We had fun, just like normal. I told them I was sorry for freaking out. I made a phone call to Nicole as well, because I overreacted and wanted to try asking again when the time felt right. She didn't respond. She must have still been mad at me. Then, the TV showed some breaking news. There were helicopters surrounding our apartment complex. I was very confused, but I continued watching. Live footage was played from the body cams of police officers as they made their way through the complex. Eventually, they came to Mike and Chris's room and kicked the door down. Next thing I know, I'm in handcuffs. Though, I'm pretty sure I did what was right. Mrs. Thorne was right. I feel good. At that moment, I could finally stop pretending. After all, you can only go so far when you have your best friends' bodies in the room next door from where you live. It's hard to say when they died. I love my friends and I didn't want them to disappear from my life. This may sound messed up, but I'm honestly glad that they are dead. I couldn't stand their voices, especially when they were running for their lives and begging me to stop. That wasn't very nice of them to yell like that. Besides, the voices I made up suited them better. Although, nothing could compare to Nicole's voice. It is perfect in every way. Every day, she took the words from my mouth with her voice alone. Now, I'm not the most romantic person in the world, but I guess you could say I took the words from her mouth too. More specifically, her neck. Of course, there was a huge mess to clean up and I was devastated. That's why I kept Nicole's larynx and made it my own. I did it because I wanted to hear her voice forever. I love her. Of course, I wanted to show her off. Maybe that's why people stared. But, I didn't want all of the attention. I never wanted the attention. It's not who I am.